Okay, so hello everyone. Today we'll start with the sound healing, and I will introduce or reintroduce my water healing. This is the healing that I do every morning, the meditation that I do, which was taught to me by Esmeralda, who is a higher dimensional mermaid. And so it starts out with the ocean. You imagine that you are the ocean, and then you sing a very, very deep tone. And you imagine that you are the ocean. You're not just a part of the ocean, you are the whole ocean. And it's a very freeing kind of feeling. And then I imagine that I am the river, all the rivers on this earth. And so, the rivers are flowing, but since you are all the rivers, you are both flowing and you are the rivers at the same time. So it's both flowing and existing as one. And then the third thing is the rain. You imagine that you are the rain. You're the rain that's falling, but you also are all the rain at once. And with each of these things, you sing a tone. And then after that, the next step I usually do in the mornings, but I won't do it now, is I'll take some green tea, and doesn't matter what it is, water, whatever you want. And I will put my hands on it, and then I will bless it, and I will imagine that I am the water. Imagine that I am the water. And then I drink it. And after that, I let it come into my body, and then I put my hands out like this, and I let the water come out from my hands. I imagine it coming out from my hands, and then it creates a scene. And recently, a lot of the scenes have been of my star family, and it is them looking down at the earth. They have like a big window in their spaceship, and there's like a dinner table, and they're sitting there kind of looking out at the earth and wondering when I'm coming back home. And recently I've noticed that the spaceship is coming closer to the earth. So I don't know what that means exactly, but that's what it is. So, but today I will just do the ocean, the river, and the rain. And so here we go. Okay, so hello everyone. Today, just wanted to talk about two things today. One is Course in Miracles. So I've been reading from the Manual for Teachers, and I'm on chapter 10, How is Judgment Relinquished? A lot of the Course in Miracles is about suspending judgment or not judging. And learning how to forgive. And so the concept of judgment in this chapter, so I won't read the whole thing, just some nuggets that I found. And if you're interested, please check it out. Also wanted to say too, if you're interested in doing the Course of Miracles, I really recommend Tina Spalding's channel, where she goes through every single lesson for 365 days, and then she channels Jesus afterwards, and they're wonderful. They're amazing. I really recommend it if you want to do the course. Sometimes the course can be very, very confusing. She also wrote it in book form as well. So I'll put a link at the bottom. It's good stuff. It's amazing stuff. So this one is, how is judgment relinquished? And so here's what I picked up from it. So judgment is one of the devices with which the world of illusions is maintained. The teacher of God should realize not that he should not judge, but that he cannot judge. It's impossible for us to judge because we don't have all the information. We can't. So, for example, let's see. Let me write it here. The aim of our curriculum, unlike the goal of the world's learning, is the recognition that judgment is Judgment in the usual sense is impossible. That is not an opinion, but a fact. In order to judge anything rightly, one would have to be fully aware of an inconceivably wide range of things, past, present, and to come. One would have to recognize in advance all the effects of his judgment on everyone and everything involved in them in any way, and one would have to be certain there is no distortion in his perception, so that his judgment would be wholly fair to everyone on whom it rests now and in the future. Who is in a position to do this? Who, except in grandiose fantasies, would claim this for himself? So that's the concept. We don't have the capability of truly judging because we don't know the whole situation. So the idea here is just listen to your guidance, listen to God speaking to you, and that is you're getting guidance from a higher perspective, because right here on the ground we can only see what's in front of us, and what's happening here, and we don't sometimes can't really get that higher viewpoint. And so how can you judge anything? How can you judge this is good or this is bad? We don't know. And so that goes back to one of the earlier lessons, which is that we don't know what anything is for. So we might think that, that thing happening to that person is a bad thing. But maybe it isn't. Maybe they need that to happen to teach them something, to learn something about life. So we can't judge these things. And then once we get rid of our judgments, we feel so much lighter. And so that I think that's a beautiful part of this Course in Miracles. And it is a very difficult thing to become non-judgmental. And so I've been doing the lessons for 4 years now, and so nowhere near perfect. And I think that's the whole point. We're human, and we're just trying to figure things out. And as long as we're aware, aware of our thoughts, aware when we're judging something or we're thinking something some way, we can just catch ourselves and say, "Oh, I was doing that." And just to be aware of the power of our thoughts, because those thoughts are creating the world around us that we see. And the second thing I wanted to say is that, so I've been doing some channelings and some healings, but I've been doing them in public places, like in cafes and things. And I know some channels can channel with their eyes open, and at the moment I can only channel with my eyes closed. I don't know if that will change. I know when I channel just for myself, I don't have to close my eyes, but I think it's something, maybe I'm just nervous in front of everyone. But I have to close my eyes, I guess, to focus more. And so I've been doing this in cafes, and I imagine the waitresses and the other people in the cafes are really confused at what's going on. Why is that guy closing his eyes and talking with his hands? But I asked my guides earlier about this. I just had a session today, and they said that by doing this in public, it is creating a sort of ripple effect, because a lot of people are starting to kind of come online, and they can sense and they can see what's going on, and so it's creating this kind of like ripple effect and affecting a lot of different people and helping them to open up, which is very interesting. So you never know when you're influencing or how what you're doing can affect other people. So that's my ramble. And so I thought I would just channel and see who comes through. Yes. Also wanted to ask a question, because I was channeling yesterday talking about the feeling that I get on my back of my head, and I got some comments so some people feel them in their heart, and then some people feel like in different parts of their body. I was talking to a friend today, and he feels them in his back. And so, I'd like to get some if they could explain why people feel it in different parts of their bodies. And yes, and also if there's any message for everyone today. So here we go. Greetings, we are Tiamat, and we are here, and we are always with this being. We're guiding him and trying to push him into the right direction, and sometimes he definitely needs a push, and that's one thing that we are very good at pushing. And so we wouldn't say that we're necessarily pushy, but we're good at pushing. So we are Tiamat, and we are, as you may know, we are a dragon. We are a dragon collective, you might say, and I was a part of a, you might say, negative collective, and I came over to the positive side to work with this being here. And that is one of this being's job, is to start to work with us. He is kind of a lighthouse for a lot of the beings on the dark side to come over, and he has a system, and we have a system kind of worked out for that. Now, to answer this being's question about feeling things on the back of your head, or feeling things in your heart, or feeling things in your body, or feeling things, yes. So this goes back to what we were saying before about superpowers. Everyone has their own superpowers, and this all relates to the part of their body that is their most powerful part. And so this being here is one of his most powerful places, and he is working on building and growing and opening other parts. But this is one of the most powerful places for him, and so this is where the feelings come. As he develops more and more, they will become at different parts of his body. Now, as you know, as we've said before, that the entrance point is here for the messages. The packets of information come down from here. Now, and so, for example, if you feel these in your heart, yes, that just means that you're a very heart-centered person, and that's where you are very, very centered. If you feel them in your back, it is related to a lot of the past. So you feel things, and a lot of what we might say with that feeling it on the back is it's not quite online yet. So that is just, it is a time sensitive sort of issue, we might say, as it comes forward into the present, into the front of your body. And also, we would say also, so a lot of the times we were talking to this being about the back of his head. So the negative, we would say more 3D kind of style messages come to the back, and then the things that are coming from higher dimensions come from the top here. And so wherever you feel it in your body is an indication of where you have the most power, and it is a place that you we would suggest, as you come more and more online, of just being more aware of, because the more awareness brings the attention and brings more and more power to it. So if you're aware of, for example, this being is aware of this part of his crown chakra and his third eye chakra are very online, you might say. And so we would suggest for this being really, really focusing more and more in this area. And we've been working with him on this, and just when he gets the messages to open them up. You know, there's a lot of unopened mail. He has been getting so much unopened mail for many, many years, and it's time for him to start opening them up. And we would suggest this for all of you. So wherever you feel it in your body, open up the messages, see what's there. Okay, and yeah, so that's that. And I think I had another question. Oh yeah, okay. So, any advice for everyone today? Yes, our advice is this is Tiamat again, and our advice for everyone is the same as always. Is love, a message of love, and a message of peace, and a message that you are all going in the right direction. Just follow your heart and follow your path, because that is the path that will lead you. And don't worry about the voices saying that you should not be doing this, or should be doing this, or should not be doing this, or this is happening, and the world is in chaos, so this is... Don't listen. You follow your heart. Your heart knows the path, and you are going down that path. And we can see this. We can see this. We can see a lot of you are opening up your hearts more and more and going down that path. And that is the path that you will find the most peace. And so that is our suggestion. But you can choose any path you would love to choose, and that is also your experience. So all of this is just a suggestion. You have complete and utter free will. If this does not resonate with you, then that is your discernment, and that is important. Listen to your discernment. Always listen to it. That's very, very important. This is something that's very important coming up. So yes, follow your heart is our advice to you, and our advice to you is also you have complete and utter free will. Choose your path. Okay, so ciao.